welcome back to Project DOT. I was planning on releasing this sooner, however it seems more prudent that the game be released this year than to get this video out. I won't be able to work on DOT very much over the coming 9 weeks, as I have a game assignment. With that said, let me show you how things have progressed. First things first, the tutorial exists. This covers the game's various mechanics. You may have noticed that the wall texture has changed since last time. This is due to some early player feedback I got, where it was described as burning their retinas. The wireframe boxes have also been changed for visual clarity. Instead of having a full wireframe box, it just becomes a 2D plane. This allows the player to still see them, without it obscuring their view of further parts of the level. The portal texture, now named hyperlinks, has changed drastically, as you can see. This was done to set it apart from other elements in the world. Another thing noticed during playtesting is the lack of indicator for when a flying glitch will spawn. So, I did this air corruption particle effect, which will indicate when one will be spawning. Furthermore, to make the glitches feel more dangerous, when you are close to them it will pixelate the screen, and will further pixelate it if you take damage. In the first version of the tutorial, it ended here. However, even though I specified what the red number at the bottom of the screen did at the start, since it wasn't used during the tutorial, it was mostly ignored, and then when players went to go play the normal game, they were still confused. So, this section was added to make sure that couldn't happen. There were many iterations of the tutorial, but it has finally reached a state which I felt comfortable for release. Another major thing that has changed since last video is the colour of the floors. The 3 different paths now have 3 different colours to make them more visually distinct. In addition, there are coloured shapes on the walls as well. These shapes are there to make the game more visually accessible to people with colour blindness. The last thing I want to mention is the visually accessible options that I have created for the game, like creating higher contrast with text by making the background black and the text yellow. In-game, this mode makes some of the more complicated textures more simple, as well as increasing the contrast of some things, like making the pink blocks into orange blocks instead. However, after some feedback I got, it has become evident to me that there is a lot more work that needs doing for the visually accessible mode. I am already hard at work in trying to improve what I have missed. I also did some further research. Shoutouts to GMTK for making an amazing playlist which covers a bunch of different accessibility stuff. Well, that's all that's new. My current goals for this project, first and foremost, is to make the accessibility settings as good as they can be. Once I'm satisfied with that, I will release an updated version of the demo and will begin work on future content. Today's piece is a piece that I've been working on at uni, as I've been learning how to do photo bashing. It's not great, but for a first attempt, I'm relatively happy with it. Waning Crescent, signing off.